to shout, I had to shout, I had to get my message out. I said, don't touch my junk, don't touch my junk. I'll have you arrested if you touch my junk. So don't.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Handsome Monkey here. We're back playing some more Netrunner, and following the kind of pace of things, we're moving back over to the corporation side, and we're actually going to be building the deck we faced last video we saw. Said I'm a big Jinteki fan, and when this identity was released, it has been very quickly becoming my favorite. I was kind of more of a personal evolution, Cambridge Jinteki kind of player before, but now I've definitely moved all IG, baby, all industrial genomics, or genomics is probably how it is, because it's technically genome, right? That's you're supposed to be manipulating in this. That's kind of the lore. Anyway, we're getting a little bit too far. So, first off, this deck is very different than anything else I've ever played. It is ass backwards in just about every variety you can possibly think of. For one thing, look how many cards we're including in this deck. We're running 54 cards, and that is all because what this thing does is, this creature, this weird, crazy thing I'm supposed to try and control, the trash cost of all my cards is increased by 1 for each face down card in archives. Like, I mean, that doesn't mean Ice all of a sudden has a trash cost stuff. Anything that does have a trash value has that value increased by 1 for each face down card in my archives. Now, for those of you who don't know, the way archives work is there's a face down pile and a face up pile. And the face down ones then become face up once the runner runs on them. And it's like, and they have to, the way archives works is you have to access all the cards at once, but you get to choose the order in which you access them. But you can't choose to access, say, 3 of them and not access the rest of them. You don't get to kind of like stop halfway through. It's once you're in archives, you have to access everything. And we're going to try and take advantage of that in this deck. So, first off, let's start with our agendas. We do have to run 22 points because we're running a larger than normal size deck. So we're going to be running 1 Fetal AI, which I'm going to say right off the bat, with the exception of Philotic Entanglement and Utopia Fragment, all of the agendas suck to steal. There's some kind of downside to them. So even if they do get them, they're going to have to pay quite dearly to do so. So, as I was saying, start with Fetal AI. You have to pay 2 credits to steal it, and even if you don't, at any time you access Fetal AI, you take 2 net damage. So again, if Nazir again was facing him, whatever he has happened to access with 0 credits left in his credit pool, doesn't have the 2 to steal it, or doesn't want to steal it, you still take the 2 net damage regardless. Moving on, we have NAPD contract. This is a staple in a lot of decks. It really slows the runner down in the sense that even if they do access it, they have to pay 4 credits for 2 agenda points, and it really sucks, especially if they had to break in through your servers after that. And a lot of times this one, they'll see it and they won't be able to steal it immediately, and we can sometimes hide this in archives for a lot longer than we should be able to. Yeah, we'll skip Philotic Entanglement, and we'll move on to that one a little bit later on. Future Perfect, Psy game. I don't think we have a chance to run into the Psy game. Basically, it's like a reverse rock, paper, scissors, where you don't want the runner to guess what you're guessing. So, yeah, exactly. The runner and I both spend 0, 1, or 2 credits, and if the runner guesses the same amount that I invest, then nothing happens, but otherwise the bad stuff happens. In this particular case, they don't get to access the agenda. So, if the runner has, again, 0 or 1 credits, I can spend 2 credits and the runner just can't access this card. It's 3-point agenda. Huge if they guess it right, but if they don't, then yeah, it just stays exactly wherever they find it, which is absolutely hilarious if you can nail it right. But obviously still very risky. And the other thing is, this effect does not happen when it's installed. So it's only if they try and hunt it out of my archives, try and steal it out of my hand, or in my R&D. Any of those 3 places, it's fine, it's safe. As soon as I install it and start trying to advance it, then they just steal it immediately. It just counts another 3-pointer. Last, we're going to be running a Utopia Fragment, which is just the runner has to pay an extra 2 credits per agenda counter I put on it. So if I install Advance and NAPD contract, they now have to break into my servers and spend an additional 8 credits. So if they're not already rolling in money, they're not going to be stealing anything. I mean, if they're rolling in money, we've pretty much lost the battle anyway, because I'll get into that a little bit later on. So with our industrial genomics, what we're going to be doing is increasing the trash cost of things. So all of these things here now have increased trash costs. So obviously we're going to want Jackson Howard, because we're going to be discarding a lot of stuff out of hand to make sure that our archives are full. We also want to be drawing cards up, because the only way we can technically discard cards from our hand is if we reach over our, at the end of our turn, if we reach over our 5 card hand size. So we obviously want to be drawing cards with Jackson, and then if they do run archives and we have some things we've been hiding in there, we can scoop them out and shuffle them back into RD and just leave them to the traps pretty much. So that is very awesome. It also helps us get a lot of these things out of here as fast as possible. Moving on, for our economy, we're going to be using Marked Accounts, which it's an NBN card. It's very awesome. It starts with a base strength of, or base trash cost rather of 5. So even if I have even say 3 or 4, which is very easy, face down cards in the archives, this now costs between 8 and 9 credits to trash, and I mean, like I said, it's only 3 credits even if then. So it's very, very taxing on the runner if they want to try and deny me economy, and if they don't deny me economy, I'll very often spiral out of control. Another way we're going to be building up our kind of drip economy is with mental health clinic. Again, it's gain 1 at the start of our turn, similar with market accounts. Same thing as a pad campaign. We've discussed this one last time. Very solid card. Now the one I was talking about, try and keep the runner as poor as possible. So even after they've done trashing things, they've been spending a lot of money to break into my servers, and even then I can have this little puppy right here. This card is, I said, a friend of mine turns me on to this card for this deck, and it is totally bonkers. It's awesome in this deck. So, every advancement token I put it in a server, I pretend that it's agenda, I advance it up, they access it, it has an increased crash cost so they can't trash it, or if they do, it's going to cost them an arm and a leg, and then they just know that in the next coming turns, there's no point in them even trying to build up money, because for every advancement token on it, I can spend a click and trash it to make them lose 4 credits per advancement token. So, put it this way, if I install advanced events, they spend most of their credits going into that server, they now know at any point in the game I can deny them 8 credits until they trash this thing, or they can spend whatever ungodly amount it is to trash to try and get rid of that. That's absolutely awesome. So we're gonna be moving on to the traps now. This is a little buddy called Shiq. This one I think also happened last game as well. I accessed this guy from R&D, but it didn't fire, and I was kind of confused because this thing does not work if it's accessed from R&D. Nothing really happens. But on the plus side, with this identity is they'll most likely have to put it back if they do access it from R&D, because it's going to have an increased trash cost, and they're obviously not going to want to spend money on something that's going to fire again anyway from archives. So that kind of, it's a shitty situation for them. And yeah. Next up we have Shock, which, I mean, all on its own is not all that nasty. It's only 1 net damage if they happen to access this either from R&D or any other place where they access it, whether I haven't installed or anything. It only deals 1 net damage. But the nice thing is we don't have to pay any money to trigger it, and it has a base trash cost of 2. So if they do find it in R&D, tough luck, they're probably not going to trash it. And if they have multi-access and they're planning on accessing, like if they're trying to get medium stacks or something like that, they parasited off a thing and all of a sudden the R&D's open for them to hit over and over again, they're going to hit this guy over and over and over again. Same thing too if we draw it early with Jackson Howard and stuff, we draw a bunch of cards, Shock happens, we happen to get 2 Shocks early on. Absolutely awesome news for us, because as our opponent tries to run our archives to try and make sure that we don't benefit from the increased trash cost, they're going to have to take at least 1 or 2 net damage every time, and that's just from Shock. Then last up, obviously, we have Snare, which is mainly because if we do have ridiculous amounts of money from our marked accounts, pad campaigns, mental health clinic, we're going to have a lot of credits to sit on, and not all that expensive advice either. We'll get to that in a little bit. But we can definitely let this guy fire off as many times as possible. And again, they access it from R&D, all of a sudden Snare has a trash cost. So not only are they taking 3 net damage in a tag, which might as well be minus 2 credits and minus a click, they're also going to have to trash it as well if they don't want to have to access it again. So that is absolutely awesome. So again, if we have it in our hand, we have 2 snares in our hand, and they keep accessing it over and over again. We just keep it in there. We leave our HQ open. Mind you, as long as we're not worried about a count siphon or something. And they keep trying to hit our hand, and they just keep hitting snares over and over again. Very, very frustrating to play against. It's absolutely hilarious. So on to our upgrades. This is probably one of my favorite combos of the deck. It's Caprice Nisai, I want to say Nisai, I don't know, Nisai maybe, Caprice Nisai, and Self-Destruct. So basically how this Caprice works is, again, it's a Psy game, and you res it just after they bypass the last piece of ice. That's your kind of window, like it says. Pass all the ice protecting the server. You can then res this, and then this effect triggers a Psy game. If they fail the Psy game, they end the run, just like that. They can't access Caprice. They can't access whatever's in your agenda server. That's it. So you install 3 cards, an agenda or whatever have you, maybe reversed accounts, Caprice, and a self-destruct. So even if they win the Psy game, they spend your 2 credit server, they guess the right amount, they access the server, you turn around and res self-destruct and just blow it all up anyway. And I'm not quite sure on the timing on how that works, so I'm pretty sure you still have a chance to res this after Caprice, because it's just before access, I want to say. But again, don't quote me on that. I'm not super solid on the rules. And hey, if they do try and access this early from R&D and they kind of know what's coming over, at least they can't trash it again, because hopefully you've built up enough trash cops going on for that. So speaking of which, we also have Power Shutdown, and this is kind of a double effect. It's a fairly powerful program remover, or I guess it's just installed cards. Or yeah, a program or piece of hardware. There it is. It's not just any installed card. But what you could also use this for, even if they don't have any programs in play and you just want a sudden burst, they just, let's say you've already gone through like 20 cards in archives and you don't want to have to go through the process, all your Jackson Howards are used up, you can't have a bunch of draw, just do power shutdown for 6. Doesn't matter if he doesn't have anything that's a 6 cost or more, who cares? You just got 6 cards in face down in your R&D that he has to now worry about. Now the problem is this card can be very tough because it's totally out of your control. It's not, you don't get to pick out of your hand, and it's not as safe as the Jackson Howard route. But if you need a bunch of things trashed in a hurry, this is a good way to do it, and it also has the added benefit of getting rid of their key programs. Now on to Ice. It's fairly straightforward. Just Himitsu Bako, that's probably again pronounced wrong, but that's how I'm pronouncing it. It's just a very simple, straightforward 2-strength barrier. It's just 2 to res. It's just basically to keep them out early on, tax them later on in the game as well. Wall of Static, same thing. And Wall of Thorns is because we do have a fairly large amount of money built up at most points in the game. And I mean, they're going to be seeing all of like Chum and Lotus Field's probably the other one, Kamanu, Pop, like all these ones are very low res cost, and they're not going to be expecting something big and nasty. When you throw this up over your scoring server, most of the time they'll take the 2 net damage and only pay to break the end of the run at best if they have another way around it, either like a Quetzal or something like that. But I mean, if that's the case, they'll probably E3 feedback it as well. But that's also a nice way to lead into your self-destruct too, to kind of get them a little bit lower down so you can hit them with the 3 net damage as well. So that's a sweet combo. Chum as well is also very strong if they have like if they're fairly confident in running on your stuff and they start seeing that it's all fairly low cost, especially if they see a little bit of end the run stuff, they'll probably try to run just to make you res the ice, and all of a sudden you hit a Chum, and it's like jack out or die at that point, because it's the 3 net damage can be absolutely lethal. Lotus Field is because Parasite and Data Sucker all suck, but I mean it is 4 strength, so Admin still hits us pretty hard. I mean, ideally I would like to run Swordsman in this deck, but I mean if they're spending any money at all to get in through our ice, we're usually pretty happy with that. Kamanu, again, if they try and draw up a bunch of cards before doing a big run in archives to try and keep themselves safe, Kamanu will drop them down or drop their credits down a lot more, especially if you just hit them with reversed accounts into Kamanu. It's absolutely hilarious if they don't have money to break it, because most of the time they will have to take the 5 or whatever net damage and then just have to jack out after that because they're too scared to go into archives after that. And Pup, same thing too. It's even if they don't have a sentry breaker set up, they can still pay 1 to get through it. We're just trying to tax them. We put Pup in front of our archives early on, and just every time they try and run it, they have to spend 2 credits and then hit whatever else kind of traps they have sitting there. So that's the basic idea of this deck, guys. I'll see you in the arena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble. Fighting out of the red corner, we have Big PTQ. Thanks for having an actual pronounceable name, dude. Playing our Kate McCaffrey deck, a really awesome Shaper deck. Hopefully this will be a better example of actually what Shapers can do as opposed to Nazir. And this is okay, but not ideal. Like, you kind of want Jackson and some economy, and we have tons of economy here. I'm actually going to keep this. Yeah, I think we will. I don't know. I really like having Jackson so we can draw the cards and all that nonsense kind of thing, but I think we're just going to draw twice and install the pad and trash something, maybe. Hopefully, cool, awesome. Good luck, have fun. So he did say he's a little bit of a newer player, so we'll obviously try and help him out as much as possible. 2 self-destructs, that's not too useful. So I think we're going to draw... yeah, maybe just install now, but I mean, we can't take... let's draw one more time. Wall of Static, fine, and then we'll just drop the pad campaign, I think. Getting rid of a self-destruct, and... reversed for now? I don't know. I think that's going to be too useful. I think we're just going to get rid of the 2 self-destructs. That's the nice thing about this deck. You don't have to be too focused on what you want to keep from the discards, like what you want to play right now, because you will draw into Jacksons eventually and be able to shuffle them back into your deck and find stuff again. I mean, unless you lose it in a power shutdown, that's a little bit more painful, but that's the nice thing about being able to draw up and discard, because you actually get to choose what you part with. Prepaid voice pad, that's a really strong opening for him. Let's see if we're getting some kind of prepaid Kate deck, that's good. This will be a little bit better example of what Shaper can do, I think, than Nazir. Although, like I said, as all other players probably know, or more serious Netrunner players anyway, as of this Thursday, the Order in Chaos is officially released, so we're definitely going to have some videos on that. Yeah, so there's going to be some fun stuff to do for that. There's a Valencia deck I want to try and run similar to Dirty Laundry. Absolutely, you can get right on in. Yeah, so there's a Valencia deck I want to run similar to Nazir, but instead of using, like, I want to use Personal Workshop with, instead of Nazir's kind of passive with on res dice, instead you want to use the bad publicity mechanic, which is this basically 1 free credit every single run you go on. So I want to try and do like a doppelganger for for my... Well, I don't know. Actually, Toolbox would be pretty cool too. But yeah, Doppelganger, I was thinking for just endless runs kind of thing, just to be able to keep using them over and over again. Yep, come on in, my friend. Steal my, yeah, listen, my NAPD is going to be nasty. Oh, Fetal's just as nasty.
not credit-wise, which is probably almost more important, but let's see what we lose. Quality time and diesel. There goes his card draw. So you see a lot less click compression coming up. Resu pad campaign and then marked accounts again, hey? So I think I'm gonna... What am I most worried about? I think I'm gonna wall a static and then just drop the marked accounts down. Yeah, and probably over R&D because I'm not too worried about him taking anything else. Although it does increase his chance to a 1 in 3 to pick up the NAPD contract, and he does have the credits to do something about it. There we go. That's for losing 4 points early on to Kate is very scary because if they do get the R&D interfaces set up, the Utopia fragment becomes all that much more easy to claim. Yeah, but we need to start drawing some more cards too right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, choice of console. Oh, he did still have a diesel. Dang. The choice of console with the Valencia deck. I said Doppelganger's gonna be probably more gimmicky. I'll probably playtest a bit before I actually show it off and see how Toolbox works, just because the reoccurring credits are so strong. But I mean, I don't think it's gonna be as important to have those reoccurring credits because we have like a Cyber Feeder's not even as important because we have bad publicity anyway. And to stick everything through Personal Workshop. Yep, go ahead, man. Yeah, like whatever account's gonna cost 5 and marked account's gonna cost 7. Cool, yeah, I don't think he's gonna trash reversed accounts, but hopefully he takes note of that now and realizes, uh-oh, as soon as I start seeing something advanced, might as well spend my credits because he's gonna destroy him the second I actually have anything really built up. Ooh, that sucks. I guess it does trigger. Yeah, first program, yeah, so that does trigger her ability with self-myofin code. That does really suck. Okay, so we're gonna draw a card. I think we're just gonna put down another marked accounts here. And then Kamanu's probably going to go over archives just because, like I said, that's probably the sweetest place for it. Because, you know, even if they just have a sentry breaker and can pay a bunch of money to save their hand to go through, it will most likely put them under the 4 requirement for NAPD, which is awesome. Or even more awesome if they have down to 0 or 1 credits left, then all of a sudden the side game just becomes that much easier, especially when we're going to be swimming in money. Like I said, this is like, what, turn 4 for us, turn 3, and we already have 3 credits per turn. And he just doesn't really have the resources to... trash him right now because yeah, Shaper does like to sit back a little bit more, and archives runs aren't really as productive as you need them to be. Yes, I'll res that. That's fine. Wall of Static. What do you got for a breaker, man? Because he can proc his self-modifying code or SMC to bring out something, and then also lower its cost by 1 as his Kate's ability there. So yeah, and so like what I was talking about before with the prepaid voice pad. Oh, was that even in this video? I don't even remember when the last time I was talking about this. Prepaid voice pad's awesome because you play it for 2 credits, or in Kate's place just 1. Or if you run the supplier, you play it for free. And then Atman strength 2 maybe? No, strength 0. Yeah. Strength 3. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not sure how useful it's gonna be for you, but it's gonna get you through R&D for now. Interesting. Okay, that was a lot of credits spent. Cool. So first card, anything interesting? As long as it's not Utopia Fragment, I'm pretty okay with it. Because like if it is another NAPD right now, he can't steal it. And obviously we didn't get a side game thing going on. He's probably just checking it out. Maybe it's again, if it's Caprice or even self-destruct, it still has a trash cost. So we'll even recycle it from there. Huh. Yeah, no, prepaid's awesome because like already you're net getting 4 credits with Sure Gamble. All of a sudden you're net getting 5, 6, 7 credits depending on how many you have active. Yeah, and he's trashing another self-destruct. Alright, well that's a lot of his money gone. He still has 2 clicks left though. We'll see what else he wants to do. Yeah, just clicking for creds. No problem whatsoever, man. That is fine with me. Start our turn. Power shutdown. Yes, I think I might power shut down that. That might be a fun play for sure. Let's draw up first though, I think. Hamatsu, I wouldn't have mind losing you. Draw. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't lose that. And yeah, let's do you for 3. Let's just have a quick look at what we lost because it only shows us the top card. Kamanu's kind of a loss, and the rest is just ice. That's fine. So you gotta trash this, man. Oh wait, no, he could trash the prepaid if he wants, and that's actually okay too because that's just going to be economy lost otherwise. Yeah, I probably should have had a closer look at that. But I mean, either of these cards lost is absolutely fine. That's why Power Shutdown's so strong early on. I love it. Love it to pieces. Trash 1, 3. Oh wait, what's the squiggly line? No, that's not it. Is it shift? Ah, that's it. Oh, wait, is that approximately? No, that's not. Okay, yeah, he's gonna go prepaid. Okay, cool. So we're gonna trash something. I think it's gonna be a reversed account, and then go here. So the original idea, what I wanted to do with Hamatsu is similar to Humitsu, maybe, is similar to subliminal messaging of being able to discard this face down, and once the runner discovers it, be able to pay the 1 credit to bring it back. But sadly, the ruling on that. Oh, see, look, yeah, we totally just he lost a credit from that regard. Okay, awesome. Access for 1. He's going to spend 1 credit, right? Yep, we would break the subroutine. Awesome. And, yeah, no, but all text, or all ice text blocks are, wow, text spaces are blanked once they reach archives. You can only use them once they're installed. Okay, what did you just see off the top there, man? You're doing a lot of running R&Ds when you don't have multi-access of any kind, no R&D interfaces yet, and he's not all that set up. Oh, he is going to run in archives. I don't think we have any agendas there, or not we can do anything even if there was. Yeah, I don't think there's even any traps, but that's now going to get rid of the trash cost at least, and he's at 8 creds thanks to that lucky find. Yeah, so the other thing too, lucky finds basically click twice for 9 credits if you have all 3 prepaids installed. As I said, we're totally fine with losing those early on. Caprice, we're going to draw. Shock, that's going right to archives. Let's put a Kamanu over there just once we do care about losing archives. Oh, wait, sorry. Let me redo that. I want to put credits on my guy here for sure, and then we'll just drop down a mental health clinic. Awesome, and we'll discard a shock. Cool. Over to you, my friend. Yeah, so I noticed he had no credits. I'm like, oh, wait, no. I really hope that wasn't like a couple turns ago. I'll be totally embarrassed of myself not paying attention to that. Because that's the one thing with this deck, and then I've played enough times, and I'm kind of getting used to it, especially in real life. You're like, okay, this, refresh all this stuff, and kind of get used to it. Then you throw in like things like parasite counters as well. You have to watch out for. It's just like makes things so much. You got to watch so much stuff at the same time. But yeah, it's a very fun deck to play. I think next turn we might just draw once and then drop probably Himitsu over HQ and Kamanu over archives. Just because Himitsu right now he has to have a strength 3 admin and a strength 2 admin, so that's just kind of ridiculous at this point for him. I'm trying to think of the other strengths of rise. Wall of Thorns is 5. Lotus is 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wall of Stacks the only one at run that's a strength 3, but I mean if he's getting in right now, I mean it's not all that bad for him at all. Okay, yeah, I don't think we need to set up a scoring server yet. Oh yeah, he's going another 3. So that's another thing too. When you run quality time stuff like that, that'd be quality time for free. Draw 5 cards for 1 click essentially if you have all 3 prepaids out. So I mean, I'm sure you get the point right now, but I'm just saying prepaid is awesome. It works very well. Yeah, we're probably gonna, speaking of Order or Chaos game, we're probably gonna do like a prepaid Reina deck, the Denial kind with sporked foond, spooned foond, knife sporked. Yeah, there you go, sporked and knifed. Just because we're gonna, those are all those events cost money as well. The other one to be cool is a prepaid kit, the Kit Peddler from Order and Chaos. And Maker's Eye. Okay, yep, that's fine. He's wasting a lot of his credits to do that. Break 1 with Atman. Yep, go ahead. Top 3 cards. Hope you find something good. Well, I actually really don't, but I mean, just because that's a lot of resources you're going through now. First card. I mean, we could technically fire off 2 snares here, which would be awesome. Philotic. Oh no, he did get Philotic. Dang it. Okay, yes, I'm going to activate that snare. Crap. Oh, that's the one card we definitely wanted to keep, that's for sure. And I'm quite worried now because I'm definitely got to try and stick this over our HQ rather, just because he's now 1 side game away from winning now, which is a very dangerous position to be against Shaper. Okay, so you never know, and they have a lot more multi-access. I got to keep them out of there. Try and keep things out of my hand, I guess. So start the turn. Mental Health Clinic, get more. Wall of Thorns, awesome. Do I want to stick that over R&D, or I mean, just Himatsu right now is fine. I think that's a little bit overkill for right now. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go install. Oh, he did trash the snare. That's interesting. For 1, okay. Install, then put 3 credits on it. I think. Yeah, line you here, and then put 3 credits on you. Awesome. We don't have very many cards in the discard right now, but we kind of need to fortify our defenses right now because Shaper is quite scary. And that tag's going to sit on her probably for the rest of the game unless she has some kind of resource stuff. I can't really think of what she'd be running right now. Oh, that's right. Good catch. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, because we have -1 credit for installing it after another server, so that gets a little bit more prominent when we're like I have a HB deck lined up probably for our next Corporation Spotlight. So probably quite some time from now, because I'm probably going to go back to Pokemon videos after this for a little bit, just because they are so much fun to do. So both the games are very different in so many different ways. It's so hard to try and compare the two. But Pokemon I find is a little bit more relaxing. Like, this game I literally have to dedicate myself, like my mind to like pretty much 100%. And that's also nice too, because it's like you just totally forget about pretty much everything else. So any PD if he steals that would be pretty nasty. But I mean we can't do anything to stop him right now. And I mean, Wall of Thorns is... yeah, so there you go. Wall of Thorns is a little bit nasty to get. But also, if you would to trash Caprice for 2, it would be pretty nasty. Yep, go ahead, dude. He's just running like crazy for Shaper. This is nuts. Okay, well, there's an APD. That really sucks. He's at match point now. Yikes. Okay, well, yeah, we're just going to have to try and draw up and see if we can put another piece of ice in front of R&D, and if not, we're going to... Or HQ, rather, and if not, we're just going to have to drop the Wall of Thorns. We don't really have any other choice. Yeah, this guy's not playing Shaper like how Shaper's supposed to be played at all. But that's fine. No, I totally love it. Like I said, that's very much more my playstyle. Just run. GQ, awesome. So draw, still nothing. Okay. Yeah, Wall of Thorns. Next turn we'll probably install Jackson and get going. Because, I mean, the credits aren't as important right now because we're obviously sitting on 11 as getting more stuff in the discard so he can't trash our stuff if he starts going that particular. He does only have 1 credit left. Making side game easy and NAPD. I mean, yeah, he already has the one that doesn't cost anything to steal. Utopia as well, I guess. But if we lose that, that's going to be much worse than that. Okay. So yeah, next turn, install Jackson, draw 2 cards, and maybe just draw 2 more cards. Try and get some more cards in R&D or archives rather. Set up a scoring server maybe in Jackson because this one we're probably going to lose. Might as well put Caprice there probably. Hey, speak of the devil. And he shall appear. So we're all out of marked account stuff again, so maybe I'll actually just draw 2 cards and put stuff on that. Finish selection. Awesome. And I'll put credits on you. So I can get rid of one of the Caprices we're going to use right away. I want to use... Wait, yeah, 6 cards. Awesome. Down to 5. We'll probably install both mental health clinics. Awesome. Pass the turn over. It's building economy. That's the problem. It's like... What you do, just like against RP, replicating perfection, Jinteki, you want to try and trash these as much as possible as well, but, I mean, it just costs so much, it's just almost not even worth your time, especially if, yeah, like, already spending 3, 8, 7, like, that's just ridiculous amount of credits to be spending just to deny me so little economy, but when I have all that built up, it definitely adds up very quickly. Clone chip, did you lose anything totally key? Probably another Atman, maybe? This is going to scavenge it, maybe? No, just a Parasite. Okay, that's a little bit scary, but no Data Sucker yet. So that's not as bad. Like I said, for the Kamanu Parasite combo is just absolutely terrifying right now for archives. I mean, that means he just gets in immediately. But we do have Jackson set up now. We don't have any other agendas in our archives right now. I think we're pretty good, pretty safe right now. Yeah, that's gonna be 2 net damage to the face for you, my friend. And I get those credits back so quickly. Okay, so I think next turn we're gonna draw 2 with Jackson. Install Caprice, install Mental Health Clinic, I think is going to be the play. Yep, sounds good. Yeah, and then hopefully I have to be able to ditch that Shikyu into archives as well. Yeah, what all do we have in here? These recent ones are just, yeah, the Shock and the Caprice, that's fine. And, oh, for self-malifying code, awesome. Wow, that's going to be kind of expensive for him, though. And yeah, because I did trigger his Kate ability, because it is technically the first, like I said before, it is technically the first thing you put in there. Okay, yeah, I'm not even sure what I really wanted Jackson right now. I'll probably get those self-destructs out of there. That'd be pretty nice, because I think we are going to beat him in the cred game. Most likely. Yeah, I wonder if he runs Levy as well, because he does run the prepaid voice pad, so Levy's a lot less expensive. And what Levy does for you, those of you who don't know, you take your entire heap and you shuffle it into your R&D. So basically it resets your deck a lot, but then obviously Levy is removed from the game afterwards. But for essentially, again, if you have all 3 out for 2 credits, you shuffle all your archives back into, or heap rather, I guess for the runner, into your stack. And then you draw 5 cards on top of that for 2 credits, so that is very, very strong. And obviously, if, since a lot of our economy comes from events, you recycle all those and get to have them all over again. So that's what we really want to snipe with our net damage, but we'll see what he gets out. Ooh, Deus Ex, okay. And access, but we don't have anything from our HQ anyway that he really wants access to, so I'm totally fine with that, because that's a one-time thing for him. So yeah. Down to 4 credits, and yeah, use this to trash this to break all AP subroutines. This is an AP barrier ice. Basically, anything that has net damage, I'm pretty sure is AP, as far as I'm aware. I can't think of anything that's otherwise, but who knows? Maybe it'll be something else coming up later in other data packs. It's strange. Like Order and Chaos just came out, and I've been so excited for that one. Oh yeah, go ahead, man. I've been so excited for that one for so long, and I'm already starting to look at the Breaker Bay stuff next. It's like, what's wrong with you? Can't you just be happy with what you have? I'm like still fawning over the cards that I have in real life there. What do you even access? I didn't even see. Okay, it's a Mental Health Clinic. Yeah, he's not going to be trashing that, I don't think, for 6 credits. Oh yeah, he only has 4 anyway. Okay, so that's a one-time access into my HQ, but I guess at least he didn't take the net damage. That's the main thing. Draw back up. That's fine. He said, yeah, I think the play is still Jackson into install you there. So draw 2 cards. Ooh, there's Utopia. That's awesome. Put it on you and put a Lotus Field maybe in front of HQ. This just looks such a weak thing, but again, against Atman, I guess that's pretty much all you can do. Okay, I think we're going to put you. And then we could keep Utopia safe in the trash just to be safe. On the other hand, I do want these Shikyus in there as well. Trash and trash. Awesome. Ooh, and F12. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. So hopefully don't forget to res this one. I mean, wait, have we done that this game? I don't know. A lot of these, I've had a couple games I've had to record now. I'm not going to lie just because we've had some technical issues. But there's definitely been ones in the past where I've been embarrassed by not resing at the start of my turn like I should be watching. Okay, another self-modifying code. What are you going to go for this time? He doesn't really have the credits to have anything too big, and it did lose his ability there again by installing the self-modifying code, so he was getting for a future run maybe. Yeah, I don't think he would have gone for a Corroder, I think, already with the Wall of Static as opposed to the Atman, so I don't think he runs Corroder. That's probably the thing we have to be most scared about. I think, yeah, we might just put another Lotus in front of, yeah, maybe in front of R&D, I guess, because we can just trash any of our agendas that we don't want him to have access to if we start getting flooded again. Draws a card, that's fine. Draws another card, that's fine. How many more cards he has left in deck? 19. Okay. So he's still got a fair lot of resources left. He can get his economy up and running fairly quickly. I haven't seen any other prepaid, so that was a pretty awesome snipe early on with the power shut down. I mean, it would have been nicer to get the Atman most likely because that's 6 credits instead of just 2, but I mean, it's definitely, probably over the course of it, we've probably denied him more than 6 credits worth of events that he's been playing. Yeah, so next turn, I think we have enough of our kind of horizontal setup. I think we're going to start putting in Caprice onto Jackson as well as, and then get ready to do the Utopia Fragment, I think, to try and make it even more expensive for him to steal anything. Res our mental health clinic. Oh, and any PD, awesome. I think we have enough in archives now. I think I'm just going to put credits down. Do I want another mental health clinic? Like, this is just a ridiculous amount of money right now. I don't see why not. Maybe, no, actually, yeah. So I think what we're going to do is install here for -2. Install Caprice into Jackson and put 3 credits down there because we're going to have that coming up right away. Cool. And over to you, my friend. Yeah, the self-modifying code sitting there with 2 agendas in hand when he's at match point is very scary, but I mean, next turn we'll try and get that all set up, I think. Maybe we should have saved that Lotus Field for putting in another server, like starting up my scoring server, but I think by putting it over there, it's kind of like a mind game, so to speak, of him thinking I don't need to protect my HQ anymore, unless he thinks that I feel safe with just a wall of thorns there, which I absolutely do not, especially when he has now 11 credits. And he can run with that and then self-modifying code for something to save himself a click. Well, yeah, I guess it doesn't cost anything, so it's just pay to install. Ooh, a Plascrete, okay. Well, he was kind of worried about that after all. Alright, start our turn up. Lotus Field, awesome. Yeah, what do we want to do here? I think I just want to install Advance, take the stuff out with Jackson, and then install Advance. Or do we want to get ourselves set up a little bit better here? Let's see if we can get more ice with Jackson. Draw, another shock, awesome, and a chum. Very interesting. So I think we're going to install and put credits on you, and then have it ready for next turn. Yep. Credits on, and trash you. Awesome. I hope he doesn't see that every time. If he does, he just knows exactly what I'm discarding every time, and that's just ridiculous. Okay, yeah, well, let's pass the turn over. Sitting at 19 credits, and that's going to go up to, what, 24 credits next turn? It's just ridiculous. Okay, almost makes me want to include more ice in this, like more expensive ice, like, what's that one? Like, Mamba would be probably pretty good, because it's a trace for a power counter, which is just basically like a free EMP after that, Neural EMP. So he's drawing up his cards. Where are you going to run, my friend? I kind of actually also want to stick a chum there. They're both strength 4 code gates, though, which is kind of not ideal for us. Oh, and he's running archives. Okay, wait, let's just have a quick look here before we say accept. I'm pretty sure there's nothing he wants. Yeah, awesome. This is just going to be a death trap for him. Bunch of negative agenda points. I am totally fine with this. Make sure there's no other agendas. Awesome. Do we want to res Kaminu to make him waste some stuff? I think we do, but I'm also, on the other hand, that might scare him out. I really want him to take those negative agenda points. We have all the money in the world. Let's do it. So it also might force him to SMC for a Parasite, which would be totally awesome. Make him waste those kind of potentials. I'm not sure. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. So it might be for a Parasite, or it might have a Sentry Break. Ooh, Mimic. Awesome. Okay, so that's still going to be 5 credits for him. Yeah, and then he can access absolutely nothing. So yeah, I guess this actually worked out really good, because now we think we have something for Protect. 5. Awesome. Go ahead, dude. Alright, for Shikyu, I think we're going to go 3 and 3, because he is going to have 2 net damage from the shocks. So he is going to have to take one of those as a negative agenda point. Which, I mean, he's sitting at, what, 6 right now, so he's still going to be at match point unless he takes both of those, and then in which case the 3 is still going to be nasty for him. Oh, he is taking the 3 net damage. All right, see what he loses. He can't take both of them, though. And now he has wiped out all my cards in R&D, so Caprice and, yeah, he has to take the other one. R&D Interface, Zook, Keymaster, and Prepaid. Wait, why is there 4? Oh, yeah, of course, yeah, he took 5 net. 5 net damage total? Yeah, from the 2 shocks he should have. Okay. Cool. Yeah, R&D seems safe enough for now. I mean, with his really bizarre rig, I think it's awesome. I love Atman as a breaker and stuff, but I guess we just haven't seen the data sucker yet. What's up? So we try and help out people as much as we can. Awesome, so that's all taken care of. Cool. So yeah, we're going to start up our turn. Ooh, another shock to discard. Awesome, I'm loving that. So I think we want to Jackson out things and start putting stuff here. I'm not sure. I don't really want to put the Chum, just because, like I said, they're both 4 strength. So if he figures out one way to break it, he's gonna have another, like an Atman at strength 4 or something to break it. We'll see. Anyway, and that totally relies on the Psy game then. Oh, that's so ballsy, but I think we're gonna have to do it. Okay, let's get some self-destructs out of there. Because I think we've had enough draw with Mr. Jackson. We need a server now. So we don't want to take the shocks out. Reversed accounts might be good. We'll take out the snares, most likely. And Himatsu, let's see, we have another page we can go to. We do. Next page. Kamainu, yes, we'll take you. And Himatsu, or Wall of Static. Or self-destruct. Or reversed accounts. Think I'm going to take the self-destruct. I think that's going to be our play there. Cool. Now install Advance. And he has no cards in hand, so he might be too scared to run on this, considering I very easily will have net damage. Hopefully we can score this bad boy out, and that makes the rest of the game a lot easier for us, because we're at very bad position right now. Like I said, this is just I don't usually see this kind of run shaper very much. Oh, a snare. Well, I can't advance a snare, but I mean, it's most likely a trap, that's right. So draw up your cards, and yeah, feel free to do absolutely nothing with that last click, because I'm kind of scared of you right now. Yes, okay, good, we got it. Okay, right on. So draw a card. There's the snare, actually, man. Advance. Score you out, and we'll discard it. Wait, we have 6 cards in hand. We'll discard it. Over to you, my fine friend. So now when we install Advance and any PD contact, like we said, he has to spend 8 credits in order to steal it. Yeah, but I think we're probably going to play a little more passively. Probably put credits onto this, install you, and install the Chum, just to make things a little more scary for him, and then just, yeah, go with our... Oh, yeah, we don't want to create any more servers now. I'm not even sure if I want to install this, so I don't want him to draw any more cards. Yeah, that's a very good. I really like that console. Draw a card whenever the corporation creates a server. I feel like it's not necessarily a pure counter to Near Earth Hub. Oh wait, no, not Near Earth Hub. What is this? Nearpad, whatever that other one is. The one where you draw a card every time you create a server. I'm pretty sure that's not Near Earth Hub. And there is the data sucker. Okay, so we're still fairly safe. I don't think he's gonna be running on any of our stuff except for archives, and that costs him, well, however many cards in hand he has, and he kind of needs a lot more cards than that if he wants to survive the shock. So ideally, he's going to want to have 5 cards in hand at least, maybe even 6. So that's going to be 5 to 6 credits on Sentry Breaker, which we're obviously totally fine with. And last card, last click just to draw a card. Cool. Start things up. Got another Jackson. Jackson. Okay. We could install... Do I really want to create another server? Not really. Well, it'll draw him a card, but he's already at 4. I don't think we're too worried about that. Just saves him a click kind of thing. Oop. And we'll drag one of you over here. I don't think we're going to make any more servers after this anyway, but I kind of want to get even more. Well, we don't even need even more credits, whatever. Let's drop to reverse accounts in here, maybe. See if we can get him to run it. It would be nice actually to have some more cards in archives, just because he does. Yeah, let's put it in. We'll do action Jackson for now. See if we can draw a couple more cards just to make those trash costs go up. And I also want to get my self-destructs. More snares in hand and another Jackson. And we're just going to put a chum up here. Oh, crap. Nope. No, we're not. Sorry, my bad. We're going to put 3 credits on you instead because we want to save our money. Okay, trash Ukes. I think we have enough. Trash Ukes so we can Jackson you back. And otherwise we'll keep our hand full of snares. Cool. So if he does want to access it, it's going to be a bad time. Bad time. Okay, we'll see where he wants to go with that data sucker now, because data sucker does only trigger from central servers. We'll see if he wants to try and run the gauntlet in R&D. It's 3 ice deep of like the worst crap you can imagine, but he doesn't know that because it's all face down cards. Clone Ship, that's probably going to be for a Parasite or maybe the SMC again. He's been liking that particular combo. I'm not sure what he has for programs in here that he'll want besides that. He does only have 8 cards left. Zoo maybe would actually be not really cost efficient, but he'll definitely get through a lot of our stuff. And we'll see if he goes for that particular one. Maybe I won't even res the. I might not even res the Lotus Field for that. I might try and make him waste the Clone Ship on something else so we can't get through it. Yeah, I mean we are still fairly scared of him getting into R&D, just because that Atman's is fairly nasty. That being said, how many more power shutdowns do we have? Because we can actually just power shutdown that Clone Ship, which would be awesome. So we got 1 in the face up, and I don't think we have any in here. All cards. Yeah, no, yeah, we still have more. We still have 2 more power shutdowns to go through. Awesome. Okay. Start our turn. NAPD. We're gonna start off by putting credits on you. Yeah, we can shuffle in NAPD, so we can probably just get rid of that. Oh, did you look at mine or something? Oh, I looked at stack. Oh, no problem, man. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, no, he only has 8 cards to look at left anyway. Okay, so I think we're gonna draw 2 with Jackson. See if we can get that power shutdown. It'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome. Draw. Come on, come on, come on. No, okay, but we want to stick the pup somewhere, maybe, or another Kaminu. Do we want to stick that on R&D? Make him waste a bunch of credits? Oh, I don't even know. That's why I'm most scared from getting him right now, because I can just keep discarding my cards and get him back with Jackson for at least for now. And I don't want to keep drawing 2 cards, considering I do only have 13 left in the deck, and I can mill myself out and lose the game. We have all the credits in the world. Let's do it. Next turn, we'll install Advance out to that NEPD. So that's down by 3 credits now. And we will ditch the... Okay, yeah, it's not showing up as an error anymore. I'm not sure if you could see that before. Probably the pup as well. Yeah, maybe we'll actually install Advance to the reversed accounts and drop him down in credits, because he is running fairly low on stuff. Pass the turn over. Yeah, it would be nice to have him run archives before I use the Jacksons to actually get another use for it, because just doing it on my turn isn't as useful as stealing all the agendas out just before he runs the gauntlet through. Basically just a wall of traps. Okay, yeah, HQ safe. I ditched the NAPD. I'll have to wait for another agenda to come around, I guess. That wasn't very smart, I guess. I mean, the only other option, snare, wouldn't be all that ideal either. I'll just Jackson the two NEPDs back and probably advance the reversed accounts. We can trash that and get rid of his cards. Or get rid of his credits, rather, and then as soon as the agenda pops up. Otherwise, we'll just keep sitting on this massive mountain of credits. So it does play fairly similar to RP in the sense it's horizontal Jinteki, but it doesn't have the click denial that Replicating Perfection does. And I think that's the huge difference between the two of them. Because there's not as much of a point for me to make a taxing server besides my one super server that's actually crossing into his side of the playing field right now. I'm probably just going to keep it that way. I'll probably just stick Chum. Like I said, it is nasty if he does go for the Zoo Keymaster, because it does rip through both of these, but it will be fairly expensive for him. Like, I think it's a 1-on-1, like 1 for strength, 1 to break. I think it's a strength 1 or 2. I guess we can just look at him right now. See what he gets. I said I really want him to blow something else on that. So yeah, it's a strength 1, so you'd have to spend 3, 4 per thing. So you'd have to have 8 credits to get in, and then that also he has to have at least 10 credits then. because he has to have, well, let's say it makes it a lot easier for us to get him that way. Ooh, an Inti. Oh, Sharpshooter. Okay, cool. Well, we don't have any destroyer programs, so we're okay with that. Not that I can think of, actually. Yeah, no, we don't. Oh, and an 8. Ooh. Yeah, so you feel free to break through that one. Wait, this isn't destroyer, is it? Yeah, no, it's not. How are you going to break through this? But I do really badly want to acknowledge a successful run. Yeah, it's not a destroyer, I don't think, dude. Not a destroyer, Iceman. Take it back. The install, I mean. It feels bad because it's like, I honestly want to help him, but at the same time, it does benefit me if he does go through. No problem. Yeah, it's kind of a jerk move, but again, like, yeah, if that's what he wants to do, I guess he doesn't know. Yeah, you can clone chip out the Deus Ex now instead if he wants. I meant just put that right back in your hand, dude, and don't install it to save yourself the free Kate thing, but I guess not. You can go for Deus Ex. But I don't really want to help him out anymore. I don't. It seems so bad. I'm like hinting at him to try and access it because there's a good chance. Well, yeah, he pretty much has to. Like, unless, yeah, there's a chance he accessed reversed Jackson and Chum, but yeah, even then, yeah, it's not very likely. Yeah, oh man, I don't know. I feel dirty for that one. Yeah, Deus Ex. I mean, that probably was gonna be the plan anyway. I don't know. I still feel like a jerk for that one. Yes, especially when he says he's a little bit of a newer player. All right. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad about that one. Whatever. We'll see what happens. Said hopefully. I really do. Actually, I'm really rooting for him to get anything not others and others both snares. Oh, that's game. Yes. Yes. I mean, it'd almost be more insulting for me not to at this point. Yeah, I guess it's like I'm just literally letting him live. Oh man, you can't even trash them. Well, that's a flat line. Anyway, guys, I'd like to thank my friend here. What was your name? Yeah, Big. Yeah, of course, Big PTQ, man. Yeah, GG, well played, man. Love the deck. Atman Data Sucker rocks. Yeah, no, I said very well played, man. Sorry if I did bait you into that. I said I'm sure you are an intelligent enough player that you probably would have done that play anyway, but I feel bad for even kind of pushing you in the right direction there. But anyway, guys, my name has been Handsome Monkey. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.